on demand.
Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts and Vincent Limited.
Pick your daily reward from the Quartz Ready Cash Money Tree. Every customer is a winner with every loan of $3,000 or more from Quartz Ready Cash. Plus, you get to enter to win a weekend for two at Sandals. No deposit, no collateral needed. All you need is your ID, proof of address, pay slips, job letter, and 2 references. Visit your nearest Quartz or Ready Cash location today or apply online at www.quartz.com. Get more for 2024 with Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts and Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene. As people all over the world observe World Water Day, Chief Executive Officer of the Central Water and Sewerage Authority, the CWSA, Winsbert Quo, has highlighted the negative impact of climate change on water supply. Mr. Quo, in his World Water Day message, said that persons should not take access to water for granted, as he cited a regional study pertaining to the issue. We hear more from CWSA's CEO.
We should never take this tremendous blessing for granted. One regional study highlights that climate change will impact water quality and quantity, in that there will be a general drying trend, less overall rainfall, and an increased prevalence of drought. It expressed concern about water security, particularly in times of emergencies, as limited water supply could have negative socioeconomic and public order consequences. The local study also informs that the volume of rainfall in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is expected to fall by 12% by 2071, while surface temperatures are expected to increase, resulting in an increase in water stress by as much as 60%, meaning that potentially 60% less surface water will be available in the next 50 years than is available today.
That was the CWSA's CEO, Winsbert Quo. World Water Day is an annual United Nations Observance Day held on March 22nd that highlights the importance of fresh water. The day is used to advocate for the sustainable management of fresh water resources. The Roads, Buildings and General Services Authority, BRAGZA, is currently carrying out road repairs in Port Elizabeth Beckway. The work includes the casting of footing slabs and resurfacing of over 100 feet of road. The work began recently and is all part of the rehabilitation of Port Elizabeth. Meanwhile, the work at the Beckway Community High School continues. It includes the renovation and extension of both the upper floor to allow for more than 200 students, as well as work to the lower floors. Accommodations are also being made for technical and vocational education. The completion date of June or July in time for the start of the September school term. The roof of the entire main block is being changed and extensive work is being carried out to expand library facilities at the school. The IT room, sick bay, principal's office, staff room, and bathroom facilities are all being upgraded. Work on the Bluff Road is also progressing smoothly. The scope of works include the construction of a 35-meter of reinforced concrete retaining wall with reinforced concrete carriageway. The contract is being done at a cost of AC $393,182.76. And plans are in place for the construction of the Paget Farm Health Center and the refurbishment of the Port Elizabeth Hospital. These are set to begin soon. Still on the local scene, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves has vowed to quote-unquote fight the World Bank over an increase in interest rate. The World Bank's International Development Association IDA has recently proposed that Caribbean countries pay higher interest rates on loans. Prime Minister Gonzalez, while speaking on NBC Radio, said that he will write to leaders of every country of the world. The World Bank, based in Washington, D.C., USA, is a lending institution which St. Vincent and the Grenadines and other states secure loans under. The Prime Minister said the international agency's doubling of its interest rate would negatively affect SVG's sustainable development. Neighboring countries such as Dominica, Grenada, and St. Lucia will also be affected by the change. On to news in the region. Efforts to have Liat back in the skies by the end of April is pursuing as planned. Antigua and Barbuda's Information Minister Melford Nicholas told the journalists at a post-cabinet media briefing that he is confident the timeline set by shareholder government will be adhered to. Liat's shareholders, which are the governments of Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Barbados, are seeking to acquire 3 aircrafts in the initial phase of the airline's reintroduction. Antigua and Barbuda is leading the financing of Liat 2020. The twin island nation is prepared to spend approximately US $12 million to purchase 3 ATR 42600 aircrafts for Liat to service its route network that spans over 8 countries and territories. The government of Grenada will be seeking the approval of members in both houses of parliament to allow a gun amnesty as part of a strategy to reduce the potential of violent crimes and firearms-related incidents. Scheduled to be discussed and debated at the March 26th sitting of the lower house, the explanatory note to the bill says the government believes that the power to declare a firearms amnesty is one of the approaches which may help to achieve the stated objectives. In March 2023, the police, in disclosing the number of illegal firearms confiscated by law enforcement officers in the last 3 years, said it would be a breach of national security and safety. This was in response to an inquiry submitted to the commissioner. Once approved, the amendment to the legislation will see a new section that will empower the minister to declare firearms amnesty in Grenada or any part thereof by order subject to affirmative resolution. On the international scene, large areas of Ukraine are suffering blackouts after Russian missiles targeted energy infrastructure. There is no electricity in the second largest city of Kharkiv. 15 blasts were reported in Kharkiv, while more than 53,000 households in Odessa were without power. Ukraine's energy minister German Galushenko accused Russia of trying to provoke a large-scale failure of the country's energy system. A power line feeding the Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant had been cut, he added. Regional head Ivan Fedorov said the power station was on the verge of a blackout, adding that 7 buildings in the region had been destroyed and 35 others damaged. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said Russia had launched more than 60 Shahed drones and about 90 missiles into Ukraine during the wave of overnight attacks. At least 2 people have been reported killed and 14 wounded. Finally, in sports, the SVG Table Tennis Association will be sending another group of table tennis players to St. Lucia to compete in another set of league competition matches against 6 different teams on the island. They are national champion Damien Dublin, Akil Desrochers, Mikhail Hazelwood, Tykel Pierre, and national junior champion Caleb Howard. Dublin, Desrochers, Hazelwood, and Pierre were part of the first batch that went in February. The players are hoping to give a better showing the second time around. No coach or official will accompany the team. The players are expected to return to SVG on Sunday. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 o'clock for WEFM's 3 p.m. news. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Court Singing St. Limited.
Pick your daily reward from the Quartz Ready Cash Money Tree. Every customer is a winner with every loan of $3,000 or more from Quartz Ready Cash. Plus, you get to enter to win a weekend for two at Sandals. No deposit, no collateral needed. All you need is your ID, proof of address, pay slips, job letter, and 2 references. Visit your nearest Quartz or Ready Cash location today or apply online at www.quartz.com.